Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode. Today we got a little special one. Not too long ago, Jana Hocking on why men don't date women over 35. Now, I looked up her age. She's according to Wikipedia, she was born in 84, so she's about 35, 36 right now, as of writing that article. So most likely she's talking about herself and perhaps how her prospects in the dating market have plummeted. Now, as you can see from the photo, she's not an unattractive woman. She has some natural beauty. Now, I don't know how much makeup she has on or whatnot, but she looks like she takes care of herself fairly well. So, no hate, no hate. But let's see what she has to say. I remember exactly where I was when I had my first, "Oh, that's what they mean when you say you're over the hill" moment. It was New Year's Eve and I was in Byron Bays on a girls' trip. Now, what does that mean? You're partying on yachts, you're in some swanky hotel, some high rise, some penthouse. Like, what does that mean, girls' trip? Were you behaving or are you being mischievous and naughty, naughty? Goes on to say, a male friend of mine had spotted one of my friends in an Instagram story and asked me to set him up with her. I checked if she was interested, and sadly for this Cupid, it was a no. All right, shoot your shot. Sometimes you miss. It is what it is. I tried to soften the blow and said what all good Cupids say in this crisis. Sorry, she had just started seeing someone. Oh, haven't we all heard that one before? Not like a direct no or she thinks you're ugly. It's like a soften the blow, like, oh, she's seen someone. Ooh. To which he responded, oh, that's okay. She's too old for me. Okay, now I will say this. It seems like he got his fifis hurt a little bit and maybe he's trying to cope. Because if he was going to just brush her off like, oh, she's too old for me, well, then why ask to be set up with her in the first place if she was too old for you? Now, perhaps he was just looking for a quick romp in the hay, quick night of the bedroom fun. But I don't know. It seems like he was trying to cope. Like, oh, she rejected me. Well, I'm gonna reject her. So I will criticize him for that a little bit. But going on. To which he responded, oh, that's okay. She's too old for me. Now, let me give you some background here. She is 37 over the hill, and he is 45. When I responded with an, excuse me, what? He looked like I said, she's too old. I want kids someday. I want kids one day. Okay. Now, if you want to have a family, yeah, obviously you want someone within healthy birthing age, because I believe after the age of 30 or 35, geriatric pregnancy or birth complications exponentially increase. So, there's nothing wrong for wanting his future children to have a mother with a low risk of a chance for birth complications. So, nothing wrong with that, especially if you want children. Now, the image of the cartoon's characters that's so furious that the smoke literally came out of her ears. Yeah, well, it's safe to say that wasn't me. Now, here's a picture of Miss Hawking. Oh, I wonder if she's doing that for the attention. I see she's wearing her Respect Me for My Mind outfit. Confession time. Every girl at some stage of her life has been faced with a big bill, perhaps car insurance or a massive credit card, and then had the teeny tiny pondering of about just jumping on OnlyFans, getting their kit off, and making a quick buck. Kit? You mean your kicks? Like get your jollies off? Like what does that mean? Your kit? Ugh, dude, can't stand OnlyFans models. Now listen, there is no way in the world I would do it, but have I considered it? Most definitely yes. Really, posting pictures like that and then go, oh, I've thought about OnlyFans. Oh, your parents must be so proud of you. Uh, Now listen, there is no way in the world I would do it, but have I considered it? Most definitely yes. I think it takes an insane amount of bravado to throw caution to the wind and film some adult content for the sake of a buck. So when I invited something onto my podcast for a chat about the new adult platform she has joined, Aussie fans. Oh my goodness. I had a giant list of questions for her. Listen to this week's Potty Pooty. I guess she means her podcast. Link in the bio, and you will discover the adult entertainment industry is not for the faint of heart. Well, yeah, we've all seen the videos. Some of this stuff is just brutal. It's not soft, tender, sweep me off my feet. I need to be wooed in romance, lovemaking. It's no, keep it coming. Keep the guys coming. Well, not literally. I mean, like a rotation. Like next, like you're at the deli. Next in line, next in line, next in line. Ugh. That stuff will put a wear and tear definitely on your body and rapidly age you, because you've seen some of these dancers and adult film stars without all their makeup and their filters and their photoshops. Like, oh, I'm 23. It's like, oh my God, that is a rough 23. You look like you're 33. Let's see. I take this back furiously that one, she had her eggs frozen years ago, so joke's on him. And really? Is the joke really on him? I mean, he voided a woman with maybe an less than favorable uterus, so is it really the joke's on him? I wouldn't say that. And two, she's not actually seen someone. She thinks you're a flog. Now, I had to look up what flog meant. So, according to the internet, the word flog is a derogatory term to describe a person considering to be pretentious, conceited, or foolish, and evidence suggests it is Australian. One of the earliest examples of this sense of flog occurs in a 2006 posting on the online site Urban Dictionary. So perhaps she just thinks he's a little full of himself. Who knows? I mean, what happened to the good old days of just saying words for what you meant? Like, I had a fun time, meaning I had a fun time. I had an enjoyable time. Not, it was lit, YOLO, crunk, up, getting jiggy with it, off the chain, off the hook, raise the roof. Jesus. I mean, what is so hard about using the proper words to properly describe what you mean? Every week is a new word. It's just, and then like the word cap. Oh, you're capping. I had to look that up. Somehow that means lying. How is the word lie equate to cap? Or how does cap equate to lying? I don't see the correlation between the two. Maybe there's just the old grumpy man, the old curmudgeon in me. But just say what you mean. You don't have to, say 9 different words to describe this one thing. Just, old man here. Old man. That's okay. She's actually seen someone. You're a flog. Okay, so I may have been a little brutal, but seriously, not today, Satan. I had another experience recently with some bloke in the US came across one of my articles and shared it on his YouTube channel with his thousands of followers under the title Jana Hockings Show Women Why. Oh, I'm sorry. Jana Hockings shows why women are shocked when they hit the wall. Now, from what I understand, that's from the Better Bachelor channel with Joker, one of my favorite content creators. If you haven't checked out Better Bachelor, definitely check him out. He's not overly eccentric. He doesn't lose his temper. He's nice, cool, calm, collective, nice speaking tone. It's almost like a therapist. It's so relaxing. And, maybe if you're a younger guy, 21, 22, you might appreciate or be drawn more to the loud, eccentric, bombastic energy of, let's say, Fresh and Fit, or let's see, Fresh and Fit. I don't know who else is loud and bombastic, but shout out to Better Bachelor. Article goes to continue. For 27 minutes, we discussed at length why someone my age has left it too late to find someone special and should basically settle for whatever I can get. I was inundated by his following on my Instagram account with a message telling me I was washed up, too old, a waste of space. I'll be single forever, and worse, much worse. Now, I wonder if she's referring to the guy on the girl or some guy talking about Jana herself. Now, bless their cotton socks, they really helped with my page engagement for the week, but of course, not one of them used their real name or had their real picture on their profile. Oh, okay, I see what she's saying. She's saying, I guess, some of the viewers of Better Bachelor went to go on her page to attack her personally. Not cool. Not cool. You know, she has her opinion. Everyone has her opinion, but you don't need to go to their page and say, you know, washed up has been, or you'll never find love, or this, that, and the other. You know, just, she has her opinion. We have our opinion. I have my opinion. You have your opinion. But there's no reason to brutally attack them. So, yeah, don't do that. Cursed at real names. For blokes with such strong opinions, they sure like to hide behind fake Insta accounts. Anyways, I'd like to say a little. I'm sorry. Anyways, I had to say had a little LOL lol, and moved on. But upon reflection, I think I may have taken some of it to heart. Now, I wonder if that means she was offended, or if she goes, you know, it was a little brutal, but I see their point. Because if she starts to see their point, all right, cool. Oh my, just jumped. See, and as you can see, she's not a bad looking girl. Not a bad looking girl. For, what is she, 35, 36? Not bad. After 1,000 picnics, I've discovered blah, 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 blah. Over the next month, I lost interest in dating apps. Couldn't really muster up the courage to go on a date, and in a rather dark moment, scheduled an extra dose of Botox. So what, you're feeling down on yourself, and you said, you know, I don't want to go on a date, but I'll just like make my face unmovable. I'll just kill all the nerves in my mouth and nose and lips and eyelids for that extra Botox, trying to obtain that forever youth. And there's something creepy. Like, you can do that when you're young, but some of these older chicks who do the Botox, and they keep it up, and you could just see their face age, but it kind of stays still. Ooh, it is. Ooh, I think that's what goes bump of the night. I had this awful realization that many men have a cutoff age of 35 years old on dating apps, despite their own age being significantly older. Well, the prime of your youth, the prime of your beauty, fertility, femininity, sexuality is what, 18 to 28, 18 to 29? Let's give them a nice decade, nice 10, 11 years of the prime of your power, your SMV, so to say. But yeah, you know, when you're an older guy, you want kind of like that arm candy, that trophy wife, or not even a wife, a trophy girlfriend, or like, yeah, I got that. But, you know, some of these older guys, maybe 40, 45, and they look at it as like, yeah, I'm with a 35-year-old. She's younger, but can I do better? So when my lovely mentor and Mathis, MAFS, whatever that means, expert Mel Schilling came on my kind of sort of dating podcast this week, I had a bit of a soak about my, what you mean soak? Bit of a soak about my current dilemma, and she was having none of it. Yep, she really fired off and snapped me out of my pity party for one. Block and delete, she screamed. That's not all blokes, Jana. And do you really care what those ages think? There is no room in our lives for those outdated attitudes. Out Outdated? Really? No, that's not really outdated. It's just a forever attitude. Because Hollywood, the beauty industry, even things like Pantene and Garnier, they promote beauty, youth. Do not waste your energy on the people you are going to have who are going to have those views. They are irrelevant to our lives. Yep, she really went off and it was glorious. It was like cold splash of water on my face I needed. And it turned out I'm not the only one having these feelings. New research commissioned by eHarmony found out that singles over 35 are holding back more than Gen Zs, with 69% mistakenly believing that they're too old for love. Now, here's the thing. Too old for love? No. Too old to fall in love, let's say, with the man you want, the top 10% man, the 6-foot man, the 6-figure man, the 6-pack man, the 6 inches South Pole or more man. I mean, that man, that top 5 or 10% man, he's not going for 35 plus. He's going for 18 to 25. And then on her 26th birthday, kicks her to the curb, finds a 23-year-old. Because if, let's say, you are this high value man, let's say you are ultra Chad, you are super Chad, whatever. It's like you have two options. You could date a 25-year-old or a 35-year-old. The 25-year-old will give you 10 good years before what you could get out of the 35-year-old right now. I mean, it's just biology. When you're 35, you are not as beautiful, as fertile, as you were when you're 25. You know, your body's changed. It's just life. You know, it's either adapt or die. I could be 35 single and always complain like there are no good men out there, or you can find, doesn't have to be the great man. He could just be good enough. Yeah, he doesn't make 6 figures. He makes 60,000, but he's kind, he's sweet, he's caring. He makes me laugh. Maybe he has a dad bod, but he'll be there. He'll support you. You know, what do you want? The ideal image of a man that you can never achieve, or the man you can achieve? And so I don't know. I don't know. You do you, but just when you choose to ignore 80% of the men out there who would give you the time of day, don't complain that there's no good men out there. Article continues. So what was her advice? If you are in a space where you are saying to yourself, I'm actually ready for something serious and I'm looking for someone at this point, the first thing to do is block and delete anyone whose values don't align with yours. They are taking up energy that could have been spent on someone who deserves it. Let the blokes have their midlife crisis with their terrible haircuts, tragic sports cars, oogling at young women, and let's have ourselves someone a little more mature with the personality that matches ours and core value that runs deeper than appearance. Oh, really? So now that you're 35, you want a man whose core values run deeper than the appearance? Okay, from the ages of 18 to 35, what were you doing? Were you going for the guys that you put in the friend zone because they weren't hot enough, but they had great values? They weren't quite hot enough. See, it's funny how the tables turn. All of a sudden, when you hit 30, all of a sudden, oh, just can anyone take me? Can anyone take me? You had 10 years of nice guys throwing themselves at your feet that would have paid you attention, would have picked you up for dates, good morning texts, good night texts, but nope. They weren't Chad enough. They weren't 6 foot enough. They weren't rich enough. They weren't high status enough. And now the men that you want don't want you. Then you go, oh, what happened? Ridiculous. And then she says, with their terrible haircuts. What haircuts is she talking about? tragic sports cars. You mean the sports cars that turn heads go, ooh, that, that guy's got money. Ooh, he's got status. Oogling or ogling at young women. I'm sure you didn't mind that attention when you were one of those young women, but now that you're not a young woman anymore, now all of a sudden you're offended by it. Oh, how dare they? But when you're 18, it's like, oh my God, he's got a sports car. Now, when article continues, now wouldn't that be lovely? Be a lovely relationship to find yourself in. Let's aim higher, ladies, and don't let a few duds get you down. Note to yourself. And that looks like it finished up the article. All right, so it's funny how the mighty have fallen when all of a sudden their power, their influence to manipulate inexperienced, weaker-willed men, 22, like property. You're the hot young thing. You're the newest thing on the market. Everyone wants a slice. Everyone wants a piece. It's like the newest iPhone. Everyone wants the newest iPhone. And now you're 35. And now instead of being the iPhone 13, you are the iPhone 5. Everyone's looking at you like outdated, obsolete, goodbye. You're just like, oh, what happened? What happened? You know what happened? You wasted your time. You had too much fun. And now you are going to be a cat lady. So enjoy the cats. Enjoy taking much attention that you did in your 20s. But do not complain when you and your poor decisions and your poor choices put you in this predicament. All right? Tired of this nonsense. There are good men out there, but the good men you don't give the time of day to. So, tired of it. Don't complain. This is Jeremy Stone. Have a good day.